And in the spirit of keeping on, we are going to invite our next speaker to the stage, Dr. Cherry Collier. Dr. Cherry is known as the CEO of WhisperHer. Am I saying that right, Dr. Cherry? Yes. WhisperHer. She blends academic rigor with practical wisdom to nurture each leader's potential. Dr. Collier has 22 books to her name and will be speaking about one of them, Move Out of Your Own Way, today. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Cherry Collier to the stage.
Thank you, thank you. Woo-woo! All right. So I had the opportunity to speak to half of you, and when I walked around, and we're like, what is she doing? Why is she speaking to me? And it's really important that we learn to move out of our comfort zone and move out of our own way. So most people believe that I am an extrovert, but I am certified in 32 psychological assessments, and I will tell you, I'm absolutely an introvert. And I am socially skilled and know how to work with people, but it's very important that I move out of my comfort zone. So thank you to the people who stopped and greeted me when I was here, and to those who I didn't get to greet, here's your greeting now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the elementary school national anthem, and everyone's going to know it, and what you need to do is stand up and sing it with me. It's very important. You're going to stand up. It's after lunch, and it's time to get moving, right? So watch me. Nobody has to take a knee. This is a good one. All right, and it goes like this. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and your face should surely show it. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and your face should surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, touch your cheek. All right. All right, let's pause. Let's pause. Let's pause. What did you touch? Right. What did I tell you to touch? Right. What did I touch? Right. And so here's what I want you to know. No matter what people say, they pay attention to what you do, not what you say. So if you're walking around saying a lot of great stuff, people aren't listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth. Some of us are familiar with Charlie Brown, and he used to go, want, want. You have to be who you want people to see. And that means you have to do it with your body, with your mind, and your soul. You have to show up that way. And it's very important that you remember that. So what I want you to do right now is give yourselves a hand. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. And then we're going to do some affirmations. Why? Just because I think affirmations are very, very helpful. And affirmations, they do something. And I think it, although I have a certificate in neuroscience, you don't want all of the science right now. You just want to know that some things work, and this one will. So I want you to repeat after me, and I call you super sis stars, right? Super sis stars. So let's practice super sis stars. All right, good. All right, and if you're not a super sis star, just look at one anyway. It'll be okay, all right? All right, so I'll say it and then you'll repeat it, right? Super sis star. I am ready to move out of my own way. Look at your super sis star. Look at them. Let them know. Super sis star. I know that I'm the only person who can get in my way. Super sis star. I am powerful. I am resilient. I am worthy of every joy and success. Super sis star. I believe in my dreams. And I am enough. Super sis star. I own my own inspiration. And I lift up others. Super sister. I honor my journey and where I'm going. I give myself respect, kindness, and the love I deserve. Super sister. I am grateful for my gifts and my growth. Super sister. I take time to play every day. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all don't, but let's pretend like you do, right? I think that's probably the most important thing that you can do for yourself. Here's what I want you to know. Super sisters, you are amazing. You are enough. And if no one has ever told you this, I love you very much, and I am so delighted to share this time and space with you on the planet. Give yourselves a hand. And for the moment, you may be seated. And I'll say that for the moment. One of the most important things for us to know is that a body at rest tends to do what? While a body in motion does what? And so we have to move. We have to move our bodies. We've already danced a little bit today, so that's already good. It's important that you move in the direction of where you want to go. So you've heard a little bit about me, and this is my spiral, my spin. One of the two things I want to highlight on here for you is that I'm dyslexic, and this presentation will be very dyslexic. And I love it. I was able to get a PhD from the University of Georgia. Go Dogs. And on my very last class, my professor said, "Have you ever been tested for dyslexia?" I said, "Grade my paper, baby. Just grade the paper." Like, really? At this point, it's a little late. Not only am I dyslexic, but I'm also ADHD. So, woo, shout out to the ADHD. I see it as a gift, not as a curse. And so if you all are going to therapists, there's nothing wrong with a therapist. As a psychologist, I'm all for it. But don't go to anyone that tells you that there's something wrong with the way that you are, because you came to the earth exactly the way you need to be. What you need to do is explain more people. Tell them. My friends know, and I'm blessed to have this table right here of friends, and I got choked up right before thinking about Mrs. Andrews, and all she poured into our community. So it matters, and thank you for having her in that opportunity. But I always let my friends know, super sister, I have ADHD and you're going too fast. Super sister, you're going too slow. Super sister, I checked out, okay? I'm not here, right? I am gone. And that's why I will be moving today. None of this stuff up here matters. My master's certifications, my PhDs, none of that matters, because the only thing that matters in here today is our time, and that you know that I'm here to give you all that I have. The books don't matter. What matters is that you care. Zig Ziglar said it best. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I fundamentally care about who you are and how you show up. I absolutely do, and I always will. I have 5 agreements for this very short time that I have with you. 1, stay curious. I'm not here to sell you anything. You don't need to buy anything from me. I want you to question everything. Please question everything. Groupthink is not a good thing, okay? This is not a group assignment. Think for yourself and be willing to say, that doesn't work for me, and it's okay. Life is a buffet. Some of us are vegetarians, some people are vegan, some people just eat everything, and all of that matters. It's okay. Whatever you do, it's okay. And when you're having conversations with people, it doesn't matter what side of the aisle they're on, work on assuming positive intent. Assume unconditional positive regard. I don't care who you voted for. I really don't. That's not my business. I don't care. What I do care about is this country, and I care about who you are and the love. And no matter what happens, I'm not dying anytime soon. And if I do, guess what? People will say at my funeral, she gave all she had, period. And that's all that matters. So assume unconditional positive regard in all situations. And here's the most important part. In the next 30 minutes or so I have with you, nobody gets to be wrong, especially the person that's in your body. You don't get to be wrong. When you leave, when I leave, you're going to have to renegotiate that. So talk to the person next to you, but for now, all right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your body and do this. Lean in, yeah, and then fall back. So we always walk around, and my company is called Personality Matters. Why? Because it does in everything that we do. And people always say, oh, I'm an introvert. Well, it's not like your height. You can still grow, all right? So it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. You still have skills. You can still learn. You can do whatever it is you need to do in that time. And it's important that you think about that and get those things done. So our agenda for today is very simple. We're going to talk about the original story. We're going to talk about the backstory. And then we're going to talk about something that is called the front story. And that is what we're going to do. As a psychologist, we have all of these darn theories. And one of them asks the question, is your cup half full or half empty? So I want to ask you, is your cup half full? How many people think their cup is half full? Raise your hand. Okay, nice, nice, nice. How many people think their cup is half empty? Okay, all right. So the people who said their cup was half full, let me see you again. Let me see the people who said half full. Let me see y'all. You said it's half full. Maybe this is half full to you. All right. The people who said half empty, raise your hand again. The people who didn't participate, what did you think? You thought there was a cup and the cup did what? You probably think like me, like question everything, what's going on with this cup, right? Where is this water coming from? Your body is made of what? The majority of your body is made of what? Right. And so no matter what you think your cup is, I want you to know you can always pour. You can keep pouring. We can pour infinitely. You can pour, you can pour, you can pour. And you can choose not to pour, but you can. Your cup is not half full or half empty. Your cup is whatever you decide to pour in it. And it's important that you recognize that scientists have theories, but the theories don't define you. What defines you is what you decide to do and what you decide to think about. So as you're thinking about your cup being half full or half empty, I want you to know it's neither. It's wherever you are in that day, right? So what's her story? I want you to ruminate, just think. You might not be able to see this picture, but I'll paint it for you. It's a little girl. She's walking with two men, and she's in a community. And matter of fact, she's surrounded by a lot of men. What kind of things do you think about her? Anybody willing to come up with some ideas? Yes. Protected, love, strong. Anybody else? Any things? What do you think she's been taught? Okay, over here. She likely has a lot of pride in her community, probably has a big community. Yeah.
Maybe trust.
Okay, she maybe trust. Okay, all right. Yes.
Respected.
All right, respected.
I'm thinking stand out of the box.
Okay, stand out of the box.
And I'm thinking she's just daddy's girl. She just wants to be with him.
She wants to be with her daddy. All right. Okay, excellent. So you think her cup is half full or half empty? Full. Okay. If you had to guess, what kind of work do you think she'd do later in life? Activism. All right. She'd probably be standing in front of you, right? Talking. Yes. Because that little girl is me. That man is Arthur Langford. So if you've ever been on Senator Arthur Langford Parkway, that was my godfather. Every Saturday when all the other kids were out playing, I was out marching because I believe that people fundamentally had the right to do whatever they wanted to do. That's what I believe. I don't believe in any party. I believe in your right to do whatever you want to do, and that's what I marched for. The guy on the other side is a guy named Hosea Williams. You might have heard of him. It was Uncle Hosey, me, and a lot of people. What's really strange is that my godfather, Arthur Langford, had been shot, and my mother still thought it was a good idea for me for me to be out there walking, all right? So just know that when we start talking about move out of your own way, my message is very clear that nothing in this world can stop you ever, ever, ever. I want you to take your hand. Everybody take your hand, and I know your mom might have said don't point at me or anyone, but I want you to point at me. Take your hand, point at me. All right, good. This is a math question. This is going to let me know. I know a lot of us went to UGA, so I'm really believing this is going to work out. All right. On your hand, how many fingers are pointing at me? Yes. Okay. How many are pointing at you? Okay, good. And one is going to your source, whatever that is. I'm not here. Unconditional positive regard, that's up to you. Which one is greater, the 3 or the 1? All right, good. So when we walk around and say, she made me mad, he made me angry, who did it? You did. Because the stimulus and response are not presented like this in life. There's a stimulus, then there's a gap, and then that's the choice. Every decision you make is because you decided to make it. Nobody makes you mad. You make yourself mad because you made that choice. You allowed them. You gave your power away. And so once we start to move out of our own way, and I know that you have the book, you do not have to read it. I wrote it, and I am still getting stories and emails about the book. I made the book because I had just finished my dissertation, too long. Who in the world wants to read that? I spent 10 years talking about writing a book. Nobody wants all of this theory stuff. So I made the book so that everyday people could read it on a plane ride because that's where I was spending most of my time. And when you think about moving out of your own way, what I want you to think about is your story. What is it that you would do if you couldn't fail? Turn to your neighbor right now and tell them, what would you try if you thought you couldn't fail? What would you try? What would you do? I know you're leaving, love you. All right, can I get a volunteer? Would one of you be willing to come up? Okay, just one, somebody. Just one person. Okay, Sue. Would you tell us what you would be willing to try? Okay. But I want up there. Yeah, all right, thank you. All right, welcome back. Come on. We have somebody who's willing to.
Am I sitting here?
Yes. You're going to sit here. We have somebody in the hot seat. No, it's actually not hot, it's cold. So welcome. Thank you so much for coming up and being voluntold by the group. So shout out. You know, one of the things about life, sometimes we won't put ourselves in those positions, but other people will push us. And so they see something in us and we keep ignoring it. And so you're sitting there saying, oh, not me. But somebody will always come for what's theirs, right? So sometimes we just need those reminders. You got those inner voices. I hear your voices. You got these multiple sounds. People are saying things to you. You're not, I don't know that people call it different things, but it's not schizophrenia. It's not any of that. It's just all of these voices in your head telling you what you cannot do. So what would you try if you couldn't fail?
Okay, can I just preface my answer?
Please preface it.
Okay, so first of all, please don't ever anybody call my boss and tell him I said this.
This is a quiet conversation. Nobody gets to be wrong. We're playing today.
And what I said was something that I think I would have tried if I was younger. And because I'm kind of thinking, you know, I'm at the end, towards the end of my career, but I would have probably started my own business.
Okay. Okay, nice. Nice. And you know what's so beautiful is you get to see how difficult that was for her to say. You see how she's holding her throat? You see this? So all of these are nonverbal cues that women give off every day, all day. I was fortunate to fly all the way to Manchester to learn with the guy who did this movie, Lie to Me, to learn about nonverbal behavior. And so that took a lot for you to say. So first of all, you know, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's the truth.
Yes.
And it's the truth. And if it wasn't for your great boss, you know, amazing boss, you might have done it.
Well, so I have an amazing boss. I've had not such great, amazing bosses, but I have to say, you know, life takes you down different paths, and sometimes the path that you go down is also really awesome and rewarding. So I've been doing what I've been doing for close to 35 years, and I've had an amazing career. It's offered me phenomenal opportunities. I've met great people, so I wouldn't change it for any reason, but if 20 years ago I didn't think I was going to fail, I think I would have tried.
Yeah, great. And I'm going to ask you this question and the audience as well. What was holding you back then from trying it? Why didn't you just try it?
Other than the fear of failure.
Oh, yes. Fear of failure.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So I'm not going to keep you in the hot seat forever because I only asked for one question. So, but thank you very much for your willingness. Thank you. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what we know for sure is there's stuff holding us back, right? And we get this a lot. We'll hear different things. As I go the wrong way, you know, dyslexic is like, no, right, left, yeah. What's holding us back? In the original program, we were creative, resourceful, and whole, right? We saw the best in other people. We knew we could do anything. We had our capes on. We were ready to go. There was not a job or a position that we could not have or hold, right? We knew that it was possible. And when you really think about it, when you marinated in all this time in the basic, most amazing Delta Airlines, Southwest, whatever you want to call it, you know, transporter that brought you here, because we all came to the earth because we were called, and I don't know if it was Verizon, I'm not really sure, or Sprint, but you got here because you were called, because there was some work for you to do. You knew then. Like, have you ever asked a child about singing? Like, they will just sing a song. They're not afraid to come on stage. They have no idea they're out of key. It does not matter to them. They're okay with it. As we get older, something happens. What is it that is happening to us that is stopping us from getting what is rightfully ours? What is that? Does anybody know? Any ideas? It's that thing called fear. It's that thing called fear. And stuff is changing. Like, something changed in our original program. You know, I hear more about this thing called imposter syndrome than I ever heard. And I was speaking last night at dinner. The author of the imposter syndrome said she wished she had called it the imposter experience because it's not permanent. You can have something and it doesn't have to be a syndrome. Like, I'm obsessive compulsive, but it's not a disorder. I love being dyslexic, though. I just would not change it for the world. I'm like, woo, I get to see the whole thing differently. Everybody else is way over here about to jump off the bridge. And I'm like, y'all jumping? Okay, that sounds great. I'm over here. Let me know how it works out. Right? So we have comparison traps. We have fear on top of fear. You name it. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of rejection. all of these fears. So we have a lot of fears that stack up for us, and these fears are coming from our programming. And so if we were a computer, we will be updating, right? And if you have a Windows computer, Lord knows, you could be in the middle of something, it just says, I'm going to update, right? We need to be like that. It's like, I don't care what's going on. I'm going to update right now, right? Let's get with that. So I'm going to say some things, and they're going to be generational. So some of you are going to be like, what is she about to say? Okay? Some of you are going to be like, I've never heard of this before, and why did she say this? But if I were to say plop, plop, you would say? Fizz. That's right. And if I said, how do you spell relief, you would say? That's right. That's what it. And people are like, what? All right, if I say just, all right, good. And if I were to sing, you wouldn't let me do it alone, too long. I would go, I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I like to buy the world a Coke and keep him company. Yeah. Yes. All right. Can you what me now? Yeah. All right. That's right. And it's who from State Farm? Yeah. That's right. That's right. And they what? Not like us. Okay. Yes. And so here's what we know. Here's what we know. We've been programmed. There is some conditioning that is happening. There is some generational conditioning, because some of you are still like, how did they, that does not spell relief. Where are they getting that from? We're getting that from our conditioning. We have been conditioning. We have to update our programming. It has to be updated. I don't know how you're going to do it, so I'm not the person that has the answer for every individual person. That's not what I do. What I do is offer opportunities to different people. I'm a believer in choice. It's a buffet. But what we know for sure is we have to think about it. And so let's see what something else we were taught. This is one of my favorite clips here. What does Mama say about this kind of stuff? Because Mama taught us some stuff. And we honor our mamas, but...
Anyone here that can tell me why most alligators are abnormally aggressive?
I know the answer to this question. Raise your hand.
Anybody? Anyone? Yes or you, sir?
Mama says that alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth but no toothbrush.
Your mama said alligators are ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Wow. Anybody else? Yes or you, sir?
Alligators are aggressive because of an enlarged medulla oblongata. It's the sector of the brain which controls aggressive behavior.
That is correct. The medulla oblongata.
But Mama
The
said...
medulla oblongata is where anger, jealousy, and aggression come from. Now, is there anybody here can tell me where happiness comes from?
No.
Anyone? All right. Let's hear what Mama has to say on the subject.
Mama say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
Well, folks, Mama's wrong.
Right. All right. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to all our mothers, and I want to make sure you know that they were doing the best they could with the resources that they had available, right? As our parents know better, we're able to do better. But some of us are still believing the magic rays of sunshine. Some of us are still believing that. Some of us believe, you may have heard this before, when it rains, it what? Does it? It was raining the other day, it wasn't pouring? It wasn't. We just go along with it. We just, yeah, that's it. I added this one in because somebody said this. Time is money, is it? No, time is time. I can get more money. I can't get no more time. I tell people that all the time. Don't waste my time. You can waste my money. I can get more money. You can get more too. Don't worry about it. Money, there is more money to get. There is no more time. That's finite, right? What about this one? What goes up must come down. That lady's still up in space, y'all. I don't know. They left her up there. They said it'll be about February. So I don't know. I mean, these are the things that we keep coming in contact with. We keep thinking about them. Again, I want to be real clear. The mama was amazing. Mama did the best she could. So when you start to think about fears, what fears are humans born with? Yep, that's one. Loud sounds. What else? Spiders. There are only two actual fears that humans are born with. And so have you ever just taken a moment and said, where's all this self-doubt coming from? Where is this imposter stuff coming from? Where did it, you weren't born with it? Have you seen a baby before? They are pretty resilient. They just do whatever. It's you that's running behind them telling them no. It's you that's putting all these barriers on them. Before the baby even has the chance to have a fear of flying, they in their stomach, oh, I can't fly there. And they listen, oh, we can't fly, right? A lot of it is really absolutely learned. There are only two fears that are innate: a fear of falling and loud sounds. Everything else is learned. And if you can learn it, what does that mean? You can unlearn it. And that's what I want us to concentrate on. I want you to really think about unlearning some of the things that you've learned. Because we loved our mamas. Mine is right here. She was cremated. I keep her with me all the time. Love her. I'm relearning a few things. Some things that she taught me about never saying no. I'm like, oh, Mama, thank you. Great lesson. And I choose to say no. I choose this. You have the opportunity to decide what it is that you want to choose. You came to the earth creative, resourceful, and whole, and you came to the planet with everything you needed for success. Please stand. All right, so what I want you to do while you're standing, I want you to get your body, I don't know, I make it up, 6 inches. That's because some people want me to be technical. I'm not. Whatever's going to help you hold your body. Hold your hand up like this. Get a little bit of distance. And I'm going to hope that you have your right guard on or your shoe or whatever it is. If not, just pretend like it. We pretend all the time, so just pretend now too. All right, and now what I want you to do is I want you to take whatever you consider to be your right hand around your body. So take it around. All right, take it around your body. And when you get around your body, I want you to see what you see and take a picture. Say click. All right, bring it back and put your hands down. This is the most important part of the exercise. You got to do this every time. Give yourselves a hand. Woo! Fantastic. Okay, so let's do that again. And I want you to imagine yourself doing it. So close your eyes if you're willing. Close your eyes and see yourself holding your hand up, going around your body, remembering where you were, that picture that you took, and thinking about that Beyonce song and say, you must not know about me. You can go way past that. And you go past it. Then you bring your arm back around and you put it down. You open your eyes and what do? Fast conditioning group. Love it, love it. All right, so let's do it again. Let's do it together. Right, go around. All right, bring it back. Put it down. Clap. That last time, what happened? Tell me about it. What did you do? You looked better the first time? Oh, come on, let me give it to you. All right, she was looking good. That's good. What else? I heard some other people say you went further. All right, you went further, right? Anybody else have anything else that happened for them? You did the other side? Okay, she created her own activity. Shout out to you. That's me. Yes. That felt more like muscle memory. I love it, I love it, I love it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you know your intention, you're able to get there, right? When you have a destination, we took the picture. We were able to get there. Some people typically say we stretched. Yeah, you stretch. But every time you stretch, you're able to go a little bit deeper, further, and that's the thing. When you set an intention in the morning, it can't be, I'm going to have a good day as long as I don't come in contact with Lulu. Because Lulu is coming. Your intention has to be your intention, and you have to know that you can go past that every single time that you set your intention. Who here knows why we clapped? Because I what? Say it, say it. I told you to. That's good. Woo-woo. Shout out to that one. Positive reinforcement, exactly. Thank you to the UGA School of Psychology as well. Positive reinforcement. So Thorndike's law of effect is clear. That which is rewarded gets done. That which is rewarded gets done. What does that mean? Not buy an LV purse. No, you can, but that's not what that means. It means reward yourself. Give yourself some physiology. Let your body know, we did that. You know, everybody do a little shimmy, 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 shimmy. Yeah, shake it off. Yeah, reinforcement, that is what you do, right? You want to continue to do it, and you want to celebrate your successes. One of the challenges that we're having with not being successful or thinking we're not successful is because we're not celebrating. Doggone it, y'all woke up today. Give yourselves a hand. What else did you do? What else did you do other than wake up? I gave you credit. Got dressed. Made it here. In Atlanta traffic. With makeup. You looked good. What else? What else did you do today? Network, worked out. Come on, y'all. You've done a lot. You've done a lot. The challenge is somebody has told us somewhere that we got to do everything in 24 hours, and we got to keep going and keep going and keep going, but we don't recognize that we can sit our tails down too. This is good. Y'all stay standing though. No, you can have a seat. You can sit down. That is something. Doing nothing is doing something. It is perfectly okay. If somebody asks you, what did you do today? I will quickly say, no thing, nothing. That's okay. Give yourself some downtime. Give yourself and your brain the chance to recover. It's just fine. It's very powerful. But when you know your intention, that gives you that opportunity to think about that. So I want you to read on the screen. It's going to go fast, but I want you to read with me because I like for us to read together. So read this and tell me what it says. What does it say? What does this say? What does this say? Okay, so we've been talking about conditioning. Let's do it again. Let's do it slow. What does it say? Okay, say it again. Come on, y'all. Come on now. I'm the one that's dyslexic. Okay. Oh. Why did we miss it? Why did we miss that? We're conditioned. We're conditioned. You're missing a lot of stuff for yourself. You're missing a lot of pausing. You're just moving so fast. It's like, Woo, I got to get over here. And then what am I going to do? Oh, shoot, I got to go back over here. Just running and running and running for no purpose. Missing the critical pieces. The A is there. It was there all the time. But because we thought we knew. What did you say? In your own time. Everything happens in your own time. Believe me, that's beautiful. They say, fool me once, shame on who? Read this. Okay. You follow me? Okay. I didn't change the slide. It was always there. What does it say? Right. We're doing too much. We're doing too much. It is okay to take some things off of your plate. And again, our parents might have taught us some things. It is also okay to throw some food in the trash and you don't have to put it in your mouth. It's okay. You can't feed the starving kids in Africa with your plate, okay? I'm sorry. Okay? You can throw the food away. I'm sorry. It's okay. It is true. All right? Break the cycle. Break the pattern. Break the pattern. All right? Think about something and think about things that are different. All right? Stephen Covey says, we see the world not as it is, but as we are. And so if you're seeing the world any type of way, that is how you are. And so I'm inviting you to start to see the world the way you want it. Right? I see a beautiful world every day. I didn't wake up on November 6th, what day, whatever day, every day I'm like, ooh, oh my goodness, y'all, guess what? I have an aunt who is 95 years old, who calls me every freaking day. Full mind, amazing. And you know what she says every day? She says, oh, I had a good day. And I'm like, that's the secret. She called me yesterday on the way to the dinner, and she said, I had a good day. It rained. She said it rained cats and dogs in Savannah, but I had a good day. It does not matter what is happening on the outside. On the inside of her 95-year-old body, she says that she had a good day. And I want you to think about that. I want you to celebrate rejection and recognize success. When you fail, I want you to fail forward and be happy. Like, woo, I failed. Mm-hmm. I wish I could moonwalk. That would be real cute. But I failed at, but you know what? I'm not afraid to try. I'm not afraid for you all to laugh at me at all, ever. And so I was in the capital of Kentucky. Louisville, is it Louisville or Louisville? Capital of Kentucky is Frankfurt. So don't go with me. Don't just go with me, y'all. Don't do it. Break the pattern. The capital of Frankfurt, the capital of Kentucky is Frankfurt. It doesn't matter how we pronounce it. It's still not going to be the capital, right? Break the pattern. Break the pattern. When you free your mind, the rest of your body is going to follow. Free your mind. Stop doing the same things, expecting different results. We're going to have to change. We're going to have to really change. So get this. 9 plus 1 is what? 8 plus 2? 7 plus 3? What is an aluminum can made of? Okay, so back to pouring. An aluminum can is absolutely made of aluminum. It doesn't matter how many times I say 10. All right? You have got to be willing to stop going with just doing something. Where you're going needs to be intentional. You need to have a clear direction. Go there, okay? Go there, right? And so as you're thinking about that clear direction, one of my absolute favorite books, and you might have heard it before, it's called Who Moved My Cheese, but if you're from the South, it's called Who Moved My Cheese Grits. And in Who Moved My Cheese, they have 4 characters, right? And my favorite character is really Ha, right? And the reason why I like Ha is because most of us can't be sniffing scurry because we talking about a aluminum can that's made of tin. But it's okay. It's okay. We might not be able to be sniffing scurry, right? But we don't have to be him. And him in the book is the one that is hemmed up. What I am inviting you to be is Ha. And you might be saying, why in the world did she put on her Superwoman cape? And I put it on because when I was a little girl, I remember being in elementary school, reading out loud, and the kids laughed at me because I was dyslexic, and it took a lot for me to be able to speak. It took a lot for me to be able to read. And so when I think about what I've been able, it took a lot, and they just laughed and laughed and laughed. And I said to myself, even as a little girl, I said, you know what, one day I'm going to make sure they laugh at me, but it's going to benefit their whole body. It's going to benefit them. And so I'm inviting you to laugh at me and laugh with me, because laughter changes your entire physiology. It changes everything. See people out there going to get these drugs, but you can get serotonin and dopamine from laughing. And we're going to laugh today because I didn't get all suited and booted for y'all not to laugh. Okay? So I'm up here for y'all to laugh. And so we're going to laugh for 30 whole seconds. And some of y'all are like, Lord, that's a long time, but it is. And so on your march, get ready. Some of y'all going to start laughing anyway because it's funny. But try this, play this game, play. It's playtime, y'all. Y'all said earlier in the affirmations, y'all play. All right? All right, on your march. Get set, go. Oh my God. Whew. Give yourselves a hand. So for the people who really laughed, I want you to look at their face. I want you to look at their hue. We wouldn't need Maybelline if we laughed, because you can tell the difference no matter the skin tone. What happens when you laugh? Your whole face lights up, and it sends some chemicals to your body, to your brain that you need. Laughter is important. Laughter is important. And if I get to change the world by you laughing at me, so be it. If you're ever stuck and you're somewhere, you're trying to figure out how to move out of your own way, get over yourself. Start laughing. Just laugh at yourself. Laughter changes your whole life. The only person that can stop you is you. Don't take yourself so seriously. You are not an imposter. You were born here, super sister. You're supposed to be in that job. You're supposed to start your own business. You're supposed to do whatever it is you decided to do. And it's not either or. It can be a both and. You are amazing. And all that I want you all to do is to move out of your own way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And do continue to pour. Just pour into others, pour into yourself. Just keep on pouring.
Can we give Dr. Terry a round of applause? I mean, I don't think I've laughed that hard since I've been an adult. So thank you for that 30 consecutive seconds of laughter. Who moved my cheese grits? This is for you.
Thank you.
Okay. There you go.
You can have these, my affirmations.
Thank
I
you.
just
I will take those affirmations.
listen. I'm gonna leave them for you.
There we go. I believe in my dreams. I am enough. I take time to play and enjoy every day. We've all done that today, haven't we? Yes. All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Collier, for that amazing presentation on how to move out of your own way.